And we thank you for joining us for week 9 of the Rundown. Always glad to have you aboard. I'm Ron Burke.
And I'm Bethany Miller. Ron, it's been an exciting season so far. The final few weeks will show us who's riding high or who's slumping towards playoff time.
Yeah, we're approaching crunch time. Our game of the night coming out of Rio Rancho. The Cibola Cougars losing their star quarterback Aiden Chavez just last week. According to sources, he broke his ankle against Volcano Vista. Take a look at Chavez last week as we saw him in action, grabbing the ankle after being hit on back-to-back plays. He would not be able to walk off on his own power and would have to be wheeled off the field. The Cougars were going to lose that game to the Hawks. So entering tonight's matchup against Rio Rancho, how would the Cougars recover and respond? Two big questions there. Well, Daniel Benham warming up on the sideline, ready to go back under center for the Cougars for the first time since week 1 as Chavez watches on from the sideline. We wish him well. Rams on offense to start. That quickly changes. Ball comes out. Cibola recovers. Damian Lopez with a big play there. Cougars take over. Benham to pass, throws a dart to Brandon Castillo. He spins out of his tacklers before being brought down inside the 10. They're on their way somewhere, and they cap it off with this. Devin Duncan for 6. Cibola on the board early. The Rams looking to answer on the next possession. J.J. Ariano to Daniel Espinoza with a long ball, and the senior goes up top for the catch. A couple plays later, Ariano calling his own number. In for the touchdown goes the quarterback. Rams back on offense. Ariano airing it out. Anthony Raymer, the recipient. He shakes the defender and goes all the way. Rio Rancho just rolling on offense, and the Rams take care of the Cougars in this one, 35-7, Bethany.
What a good game over there. Now let's go to Community Stadium for another 6A matchup as the second-ranked Cleveland Storm taking on Atrisco Heritage. Doesn't take long for the Storm to get on the board. Quarterback Evan Wysong back to pass with plenty of time to assess. Wysong lobs it to Andres Armijo, who punches his ticket into the end zone. 7-0 Cleveland lead. Jaguars go 3 and out on offense, so Cleveland ball yet again. Wysong hands it off to Nick Trujillo. The two Lobo commits connecting for the Storm's second tutty of the game. Trujillo making it look easy as he walks right in. 14-0 Cleveland in the first quarter. Atrisco Heritage desperately trying to get something going. Dean Marquez hits Andre Villalobos, but he has absolutely nowhere to go. Stratton Schufelt and Isaac Medrano connecting for that big stop there on defense. The chains move, though, thanks to a Cleveland penalty. Trisco with some life. Quickly erase Marquez's balls, picked off by Angel Rodriguez. Could he go all the way? No, but just stopped right before the end zone. A big play there by the Cleveland D results in yet another Storm touchdown. Wysong again to Trujillo. That'll be fun to watch at UNM in the future. Storm up 21-0, and this one is a shutout until the very end. Cleveland prevails over Atrisco Heritage 54-0.
We switch fields now to Class 5A, a top 3 matchup. Roswell visiting Artesia. Both offenses scoring at will, averaging over 40 points a game coming in. We go to the Bulldog Bowl. Home team puts some special in special teams. Nick Sanchez will field this punt at his 6. Watch him find a lane, and then he'll dodge Roswell covers defenders, weaving his way first inside, and then feeling his way back outside. And then he gets the sideline, and it is over. A done deal. 94-yard return for the game's first score. Bulldogs out to the 7-0 lead. Still in the first quarter, Artesia looking to deal from the Roswell 24. Nia Estrada will drop. He'll fire to the end zone. This one tipped by the defensive back, so a good defensive play, but it's caught by Matt Size. Great concentration. Bulldogs strike again, go up 15-0 just 4 minutes in. Just 3 minutes later, Estrada again to pass. He fires down the seam to Peyton Greathouse to the house. Bulldogs clicking. It's 22-0 now. Wow. Roswell finally threatens early in the second inside the 5. Manny Fuentes will roll left. He'll slip a rusher. Hits Abby Toscano for the score. Cautso on the board, down 22-7, but it is the Bulldogs' night. Artesia dominates and takes the 46-28 win over Roswell.
It's always a fun one, Ron. Well, let's over to some 4A action now. An afternoon matinee between the Rams of Portales and the host Albuquerque Academy. After a punt by the Rams, Chargers take over. Quarterback A.J. Rivera rolling to his left, looking to throw downfield. Finally finds his man in Jawan Choi. That is an Academy first down. Just a couple plays later on third down this time, Rivera pitching it out to Choi. He makes his tackler miss. Right into the end zone he goes. Albuquerque Academy on the board, 7-0 over Portales. That'd be the score in the second quarter. Portales, though, driving. Paxton Culpepper lets it fly right into the hands of Tommy Lopez, the sophomore, out of bounds inside the 10 with a big first down there in the red zone. We go. Culpepper, the handoff to Zach Radloff, who falls into the end zone for the touchdown. This game tied at 7s as the first half ticks on there. The Chargers would look to answer with a touchdown of their own, but Rivera back to pass. He does so, but it's intercepted by Santino Espinoza. Espinoza finally brought down by a host of Chargers tacklers. He is hyped up leaving the field there. The Rams offense would take care of the rest. Just a bit later, Caden Cordova finds Bader. Just like that, Portales has the lead. And the Rams, well, they hang on, shutting out the Chargers the rest of the way. Portales wins 42-7. Well, let's stay in that same Class 4A, another top 10 matchup between the Lovington Wildcats and the Bernalillo Spartans. Spartans hosting the Wildcats as both look to move up within their class. So to the action we go. The Spartans trying to get the running game going. David Yanez with the nice gain here. But the drive with stalls, he's pushed out of bounds. Wildcats taking over. Ashton Aranda airs this one out to Anson Marquez. What a catch there, that play. Leading to this one on Dallas Cardenas on the sweep. Finds a hole, and he finds the end zone. Lovington on the board there with that touchdown. Bernalillo would try to answer back. Quarterback Uriel Castro drops back, but he's swarmed by the Wildcats. The ball knocked loose as Lovington falls on it, and the Wildcats waste no time making them pay. Cameron Ochoa takes the handoff and would take this one all the way down inside the 5. Just before the end zone, sets up this Aranda to Marquez again. This time, well, that is the end zone. Lovington is a winner tonight. 33-7 is the final.
Let's go to Wilson Stadium now. Los Alamos paying a visit to Manzano. The Hilltoppers get right to work here. Zach Stidham, the handoff to Nico Garcia, and he will say, I'm in for the touchdown. Toppers get on the board. Now in the second quarter, Los Alamos driving again. Kyle Evanhus under center. Quarterback hits Kenny Suazo for the catch and run touchdown. They get it done. Hilltoppers building on that lead. So the Monarchs would try to answer back with a drive of their own. Manzano is picked by Tiki Neto. And the Hilltoppers dominate on the road against Manzano. The final in this one, 57-12. Well, Thursday night kicked off our Week 9 with a marquee matchup between two teams who literally lit up the scoreboard.
Ron, right? Literally is like playing a cool there. Both teams still might be playing. If you're a defensive coach, you might want to look away. But don't change the channel. The third-ranked team in Class 6A, the one-loss La Cueva Bears, taking on a district opponent in West Mesa. The Mustangs would aim to pull off the upset on Thursday night. It'd be La Cueva, though, recovering the onside kick to start the game. Takes just 10 seconds, Ron. 2 plays from scrimmage for Lobo commit Aiden Armenta to find Ian Sanchez on the move. Sanchez would streak down the sideline. Bears leading 7-0. Mustangs would fire back, though. Elijah Brody to the big man, Marcus Sharp, in the end zone. That's 6 for West Mesa. They still trail after the missed PAT, but Mustangs stop La Cueva on 4th down, take over. Brody to Chris Johnson this time. A huge catch and run for the senior. That's pay dirt for West Mesa. The 2-point conversion is good for a 7-point lead. This game would be one of the biggest shootouts of the year, Ron. At halftime, La Cueva would lead 49-42. That is correct. The Bears would come from behind to win their 7th of the season, 89-62. That is not a typo. Take a look at some of the stats from this game. A total combined of 151 points scored. That is the most in New Mexico State history. Both teams racking up over 1,000 yards of offense. La Cueva quarterback Aiden Armenta had a field day, over 400 passing yards, 8 passing touchdowns, just 1 off the state record set back in 2003. I hate having to leave that game, Ron.
Redefine offense.
Well, coming up on the rundown, more high school football highlights across the area. The Goddard Rockets hosting the Mayfield Trojans, and the Bulldogs of Las Cruces, well, they taking on the Knights of Orchid Mountain. Well, welcome back to the rundown. The night just not over yet. We have 2 more games on our playlist to close out tonight's action.
Got a top 10 matchup in Class 5A. The Goddard Rockets host the Mayfield Trojans. Let's go to Wool Bowl and show you this one. Goddard has the ball here as we pick it up. They'll pitch it to John Silva, which became kind of a regular thing. He'll feel his way through the hole, rip off a 22-yard touchdown run. Rockets up 20-7. Silva, this young man is more than ready for his close-up on his way to a monster night. We'll tell you about his numbers in a sec. Afterwards, Mayfield goes on a run, scoring 2 more touchdowns before the half. The back corner pass to Brian Coyle. He cradles it for the touchdown. Trojans would lead 21-20 at the half. But then Goddard takes a second-half kickoff and drives inside the 10. The pitch to Hector Salveri. Watch him power right at the goal line. He's determined to get in. He does. The Rockets retake the lead 28-21, and they continue the momentum. On this play, the toss to Silva. There's a lot of traffic on the far sideline. He'll pick his way ahead. He'll actually stop and spin and then break free. And steamrolls down the sideline for 63 big ones and the touchdown. John Silva, 19 carries, 294 yards. The spot guarded to that 42-28 win over Mayfield. What a night.
At the Field of Dreams is an important district matchup for two teams in desperate need of a win. Las Cruces taking on Oregon Mountain. Neither team has been able to secure a win in district play. Both teams also on a 2-game losing skid. So this one's big, a chance to get the season back on track. Oregon Mountain finds the end zone first. It's last play of the first quarter. Fabian Lazoya with the handoff. He goes left for the touchdown. 7-0 Knights lead. Oregon Mountain would pad their lead just a little bit later. Logan Tarango finds Isaiah Maldonado from 17 yards out. It's 14-0 Knights. The Bulldogs would finally find some offense before half. It's a 7-yard touchdown run for Barella, cutting the lead to 14-7. And get this, Ron, 31 unanswered points.
Hello.
Las Cruces did that. The Bulldogs take down the Knights. 31-21 is your final. We told you it was good. We transition over to college football with a major matchup. Two teams who know each other very well.
For sure, the 112th edition of the Rio Grande rivalry kicking off tomorrow with both the UNM Lobos and New Mexico State Aggies in dire need of a win right now. Midway through the season, Lobos are 2-4 with 3 straight losses. Aggies just 1-5 on the season. Lobos have dominated the series and have won the last 3 times, including that 34-25 victory last season in Albuquerque. Looking forward to this game on Saturday. We'll be right back. Got some more high school action happening this weekend. On Saturday, the #1 ranked team in 6A, Centennial, squares off against Carlsbad. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff. And the St. Pius Sergeants will face off against Valencia at 11 o'clock. Both games look to be exciting matchups, Bethany, for the weekend.
Can't forget about those Lobos and Aggies, too. All right, thanks, everyone, for tuning in to another edition of The Rundown. In case you missed any of the show, head over to our website with a full recap of highlights from tonight's show.
It's been our pleasure. We'll see you next week for another week of The Rundown.
Good night.